So the vision here is to leverage amazing material, create a super saffron compound for the marketplace, and then bring this to the market, obviously as a 75-25 venture, be able to on-sell that to major nutraceutical companies.
Welcome back inside our proactive newsroom, and joining me now is Ilan Sobel. He is the CEO of BioHarvest Sciences. And Ilan, it's great to see you again. How are you?
Steve, darling, it's always a pleasure to be connecting with you.
Good. Well, good to have you along, especially when you've got significant news out, and that is partnering with Saffron Tech to advance your high-value botanical nutraceuticals. So maybe let's take a step back and talk to me about Saffron Tech. Who are they, and what's the partnership about?
So Saffron Tech is an Israeli-based company, and they have pioneered over the last few years the production of a very fine, highly potent form of saffron as it relates to the critical actives inside saffron, utilizing a unique type of horticultural system. And as you know, saffron is called the red gold from a spice perspective, selling at retail up to $10,000 a kilo. And there's a massive global shortage of saffron. 80% of saffron today comes from Iran. There's a lack of consistency. In addition, saffron as a plant flowers literally once a year. So with such low yields, it's extremely challenging to grow from a consistency perspective and from an efficiency perspective. And Saffron Tech have pioneered a unique indoor technology to really grow what they call, first grade saffron for the market. So the partnership makes a lot of sense because ultimately for us, we want to use the best starting material in order to take into our cell culture development process. And so given the capabilities that they have to produce highly functioning saffron plants with very high levels of actives, this for us was a perfect match to be able to partner with the best plant. And then obviously, as you know, and our investors know, the whole process that we bring with our botanical synthesis technology, it's about taking this superior plant and being able to unlock the potential to mirror at a cell culture level, to mirror and magnify the phytonutrients. And we believe by magnifying the critical phytonutrients that are so important from a health and wellness perspective, that we can really be very, very disruptive by bringing highly economically viable saffron to the marketplace. In fact, democratizing it from a supply and consistency perspective, whilst at the same time earning significant margins as a total system between ourselves and Saffron Tech. When you have a material that's selling at $10,000 a kilo, right, there's enough out there to share a good, it's always easier to share a bigger part of a pie, big pie.
Yeah, and so you're going to retain about 25% stake in this new product that you're developing. Will it be sold through your company, or will it be other companies? Will it be available? How will people get an opportunity to buy this?
So this is actually quite a unique deal for us.
Okay.
We've started specifically for these premium phytonutrients. Given the value that we believe our botanical synthesis technology is creating by developing, really think about it like the intention is to create a super saffron compound, similar to what we've done with piceid resveratrol in the resveratrol marketplace. We magnified the levels of the piceid resveratrol 100 times, really to create a super compound. So the vision here is to leverage amazing material, create a super saffron compound for the marketplace, and then bring this to the market, obviously as a 75-25 venture, be able to on-sell that to major nutraceutical companies, cosmetic companies. There's pharmaceutical applications. There's also, broader, potential applications in the cosmetic space.
Mm.
And there's B2B opportunities. And then importantly as well, there's this company out there called, BioHarvest Sciences that has an e-commerce machine and a significant customer base that we can and market to, leveraging the power of our e-commerce machine by developing unique products containing our super saffron, potentially together with vinea, potentially down the path with our olive cells, targeting some specific opportunities related to cognitive health, related to eye health, and other key areas where saffron has been clinically validated to be so effective as a high performing nutraceutical product.
Makes a lot of sense. We should also mention in the news release you talked about your unaudited Q3 numbers, and right in line with where you figured the company's going to be at, including a strong balance as well of about $11 million. It sounds like the company's in a really strong position as it continues to grow rapidly, Ilan.
So Steve, momentum is like magic. When a business has momentum, and we've, now consecutively, for the last 12 quarters, we've delivered on consensus, and the guidance that we've provided the marketplace. So we demonstrated to the market with the initial preliminary results of delivering on the guidance of 9.1 million in revenue and continue to improve our adjusted EBITDA as we walk down the path of getting the company to profitability from an adjusted EBITDA perspective. And we've also given guidance moving into the fourth quarter as we continue to hold our shareholders' hands and show them the path to continued aggressive revenue growth and improvement in adjusted EBITDA on our path to profitability in the near future. So it was just a good opportunity for us to update investors on where the company stands from a financial perspective. We have had great momentum. The treasury is looking also very good for the company. And we're set up well now to execute a strong fourth quarter, and then making 2026 another major milestone year in the history of BioHarvest Sciences.
All right, really good update, Ilan. Thank you so much. Good to see you again, and we'll talk soon, okay?
Thank you, Steve. Always a pleasure.
All right, Ilan Sobel, the CEO of BioHarvest Sciences.